the Melanated Podcast. We're back. You know,
Yo.
took a little break, but we're back. You know what I'm saying? Back in this thing. Uh, definitely glad to be back. It's been a lot of stuff going on, so we got to come back and touch on it. And a lot of stuff going on in hip hop for sure. So we are joined by Brother Saeed,
Yo.
Roz,
My man, what up?
yes sir, and Ali Muhammad.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What's up,
Yo,
man?
what up, bro?
We're back in this thing.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And I'm your host. I'm proud. And we in here. So we just gonna kick it straight on off, man. For real, man. Versus. The verses that I feel like I'm just gonna straight come on in this, man. I feel like it has breathed a new breath of air of hip hop, you know, that is gonna come back to the mainstream of this hip hop thing. And I'm talking about bars, I'm talking about lyrics, you know. We talking about the verses D-Block versus Dipset.
Oh wow.
Man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Who wants to chime in first?
I just want to say when verses first started, it was just like appreciate whoever was versing. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really battling, but it was just appreciate the music. You know what I'm saying? This the first verses I watched where I was like, damn, these niggas is versing going at Bow Wow and Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. They kind of definitely went at it too. But this one was straight for the culture. Hip hop. The Lox showed you that nigga. Jada Kiss. I love the Lox, but let me just put the focus on Jada Kiss. He was on one. I'm sorry. He stole the show. He commanded the stage. He set the tone. He shut it down. Come on, man. Jada Kiss, I give that dude the ring, the MVP. If it was a championship, my man get the ring and the MVP, man. He was the Kobe.
You saw he did the Kobe afterwards.
He did do the guy. I was just about to say, yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
He was the Kobe of that final versus, man. Straight snap, man. So I'm a year or but yeah, man. It was beautiful to watch, though, man. If you're a hip hop fan, I know you love it.
Yeah, for me, man, you already know both.
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
Well, you know, for me, both of them, those are my two favorite groups. You know what I'm saying? And even y'all already know what Dipset, how, you know what I'm saying? That's my crew. And I'll tell you, we was doing our own version of the verses with D-Block and State Property back then. You know what I'm saying? So them was my two favorite groups. But even going into it, I already knew that the Lox had too much. They got too much for Dipset. And my thing was they could just play their mixtapes. Their stuff off mixtapes, their freestyles, and I think they could beat Dipset. But I think the thing that stood out the most was their chemistry. Their chemistry stood out more than anything. They was prepared. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, and Jadakiss, I mean, he because I had a chance to see them perform live, and Jadakiss is like that anyway. He always kind of, you know what I'm saying, has that stage presence. And I think his stage presence is really what set the big difference, man. But yeah, man, it was crazy. Me and Ali was watching it together, and then when he did the freestyle off of over the Biggie beat,
Who shot you?
Yeah. When he did that, I said it's over. I didn't mean it's over like if he keep going that way, it's over. I meant right then and there. After that, the verses was over. Like it didn't matter no more. Like that right there killed it.
Stood up on the back of my neck when that came out.
Yeah, that killed it for me. But you know what I'm saying. But anyway, that's that. Oh yeah, it wasn't no joy. I mean, and I was losing my voice over everything they played. I knew both sides. Whatever Dipset played, I knew. Whatever the Lox played, I knew. But yeah, that right there, that's what did it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all know, man, it's no secret that the Lox straight up destroyed Dipset. Dipset, you know, was one of my favorite hip hop groups back in the day, especially during like my later adolescent years. You know, high school, early college, Dipset was like the shit. I was listening to Dipset more than I was listening to D-Block at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because of the time frame and the time period.
Right.
But like George said, like, you know, I mean, they got way too much material. And the thing is about, the Lox, they're a group that has spanned across many generations, and each of those generations they spawn hits. You know what I'm saying? Or big songs or big street songs. And no matter what generation they was in, you got to think like the Lox are still popular now, especially like Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they have more relevance, I say, now than Dipset, I could say. Mm-hmm. As far as the music is concerned. Right. So yeah, I mean, you got to think, man. They started out with Bad Boy, the early mixtapes. After Bad Boy, they was on Rough Riders, more mixtapes. After the Rough Riders, the solo deals, more solo albums, more mixtapes. So I mean, it's just a group that'll be hard to beat when it comes to persistence and consistency. Mm-hmm. But either way, man, I thought the battle was live. Sheik Luch set it off when he said, "Yo, look at these pussy ass niggas over here." I was like, I thought the battle was over there. I said, "Yo," these niggas, they really about to go at it. Like these niggas is really out for war. And I listened to that Sheik interview, and Sheik was saying how, Styles and Cameron was kicking each other on the side of the stage, and they had to pull each other. They had to pull Styles off the floor and all kind of shit. Yeah, I'm like, yo, this shit was wild. But at the end of the day, man, they did show camaraderie. They did show great sportsmanship, because it could have went left if somebody would have took something the wrong way or got offended. And at the end, it was all peace. It was all love. It was all unity. So, yeah, man, shout out to both of those guys, man. But Dipset, they got cooked. And I didn't think that it was going to be as bad as it was. Right. I honestly didn't think that. I didn't think that it was going to be that bad. I thought that they had at least a fighting chance. But this battle, nah. Because no matter what Dipset played after whatever the Lox played, the songs just didn't hit the same. Right. They were good songs, but they just didn't hit the same. Right. I felt the Lox brought a different kind of energy. Yeah. So
it was like you said, the unity. Like they've been together, they never broke up, they never fought. Right. At one point, I seen Dipset over there about to argue over what the next song they about to play was. Right. They was in a huddle arguing. They chemistry, just was off, man. It was.
That's because I heard that they had 3 different DJs. I don't know if you touched on that, Saeed. Oh,
nah. Sheik said they had 3 different DJs. He said right there, I knew it was over. That's what Sheik said.
Welcome.
It's no cohesiveness.
Let's welcome Tony Wilson also to the podcast. He just time on in.
Yo, what up?
We just
how y'all doing, man?
We just talking about Dipset and the Dipset and the Lox versus. So you got any couple things to say about that?
Not really, man. Not that, please, man. I saw it though, man. Please, it was interesting. I ain't know, Dipset was gonna fall out like that, like they did, man. Crackhead showed up for me.
Let me chime. Let me go ahead and chime in on it real quick too. So basically, a couple of things we got to see here. Even though I definitely was not expecting it to be so lopsided at all, right? But what we saw here was we saw, number one, a good DJ. I want to give him his props because I could tell they was doing a little bit of ad-libbing and he was just right on par. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tech, what we doing? Tech, what we doing? They was murdering them. That's what y'all was doing. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. And then, they just was more together. It was a great show. It was a great show. It was like, honestly, it was some of the stuff that we always talked about in the lunchroom and stuff like that. We always wanted to see this. That's why we enjoying it so much. We always was like, man, what if Nas and Jay-Z got in there and, like you said, D-Block versus State Prop, and some people probably was D-Block versus Dipset. So it's like, you got to see it, man. And they brought New York hip hop, like the feel back. It brought just hip hop back as far as lyricism. You know what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
it was a lot of young gunners from the hip hop game in the building, and I'm sure they was inspired just from that, because Jadakiss put on a clinic. You know what I'm saying? He put a hip
He a
hop
one-man show.
1-on-1. You know what I
He
mean?
could have took Dipset on by himself, man. I mean,
For real.
he had that
Yeah.
much energy.
For real. You're right. No, you're right.
He pretty much did, because
Yeah.
the Lox, their stuff was dope. You know what I'm saying? And they stuff was like knockout punches. Cause they could just be like, oh, okay, we just gonna come with our hits then. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And Jada was just coming with the ooh. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't matter, man.
But you know what? Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, but now I want you to, whatever your thought was, please hold it, because I want you to definitely want to hear what you was gonna say on that. But also basically like, I'm about to let you go because I done lost mine, but I'm gonna come back to it. Go ahead.
That's my fault.
Go
now
ahead.
I was gonna say another thing too with their chemistry is another reason why Jada's kind of stood out too is Jada was rapping they verses too, like the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He was rapping his shit. Then he was rapping style shit, chic shit the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That showed the chemistry though. You know what I'm saying? That showed the chemistry. And if you look at sometimes Cam standing back whenever Jewels or Jim Jones or maybe, you know what I'm saying? And it's just the chemistry, man, and that unity, man. It showed and like you say, the DJ, I mean the chemistry overall with the DJ, everything was just on point, man. And even they stuff, I think that even like because I remember when I went to watch their show, like a lot of stuff they did then, they do it the same way. So I think they just so used to working with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said, that chemistry, man, that stood out, man.
They got that muscle memory, man, where they just step in there and y'all could tell that they was playing off each other. He's playing off the DJ, everybody was playing off each other. And then when you look at Dipset, these guys, and I love Dipset, you know what I mean? They was forgetting their lyrics, they was just looking like that they found out about this the day before or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't know Jada Kiss rapping this shit. Yeah. Did Jada Kiss rapping Dipset Verzuz?
I don't think so. A lot of that shit, he was like, I don't know that. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, I'm saying like when Dipset was rapping,
like one song.
Jada Kiss was helping them out too.
Well, he was helping. He was helping the Lox out. I'm like, when Styles P was rapping his verse, or Sheik was rapping his verse, he was like right there. It was like he was still rapping. It was the love. It's like if you love your brother that much, his verse, verse to verse. You know what I'm saying? And Dipset couldn't show that crowd. Like they didn't know each other's verse. They was letting the music play in the background. It was a fashion show at first. When Jada grabbed my man
bandana
and threw it on the ground.
I was like, oh man, this about to go.
If you go back and look at it, because that's all I saw. Matter of fact, Dux was on the grill at that time. I said he threw the nigga bandana off. He said no. Mm-hmm. But when you go look at the video, Jewels was walking through him and I think Styles, and he like kind of pushed them off. Like he walked through them and pushed them. And that's when Jada turned around and grabbed it and threw it on the floor.
Yeah,
he was rapping though
the whole time.
He never stopped the beat, so he threw it and was killing it. I was like, oh my god. It was a clinic, man.
Then he tried to let him get backs. He was like, man, go ahead, you can get me. You knock this hat off. Let you get backs. You get me back, bro. You know what I mean?
It didn't matter, man. At this point, God had to come down and help Dipset, man. It was like, come on, man.
Yeah,
it was terrible,
if you on stage and you rapping and you got somebody out there on stage with you going to get you and they doing that bad, I mean, you're gonna have to show out now because my reputation online too, whether you bumming out or not. I don't want to get bashed in the pit while y'all doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they gotta make sure they come hard now.
I think this is why a lot of people were scared to come do verses because they thought they was gonna get did like this. Some people ain't really. They was like, nah, if it's battling each other, they don't want to do it. So they kind of sold that angle of, hey, we just celebrating. You know what I'm saying? But we went to a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what that was. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I said it, right? And then Fat Joe came and said it too. His commentary was hilarious too, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that. But
I get to see it.
The price went up Okay.
Yes.
The next day, what he said specifically was like, yesterday's price was yesterday's price. Today is a different price.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
What he saying? So the next verses is just a straight battle.
No,
more
he's saying
appreciation.
For the
I think he's saying Jadakiss price, like the price is gonna take the book. Jada it went up. You know, I don't know if y'all know Jada streams went up 200% after the verses.
Oh
Absolutely.
wow!
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, 200%. Yeah,
that's what's
Absolutely.
up. Because you know what, them brothers never really fully got their appreciation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody else came around, blew up more than them, but
I think
man, they've been spitting from day one.
I think that Dipset's movement when it was out, it was more of a movement. It had more steam to it, you know what I'm saying? As far as just that was like they really moved the culture a lot. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
When they was out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Cam had everybody wearing pink, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to go hoop, a nigga had a pink bandana on, a pink come on, man.
Tight sweatband joint.
Yeah, the sweatband with I was like, I'm looking around like I love Dipset, but come on, they changed culture. They era was.
They made Pause popular. They made the Pause and No Homo popular.
Oh yeah.
But
Pause,
you know,
No Homo.
But I say this though. But the thing people don't realize is I think the Lox actually they set a blueprint for like if you go back to like New York rap, especially like mixtape rap, or even somebody like Benny the Butcher right now. Like Jada, like the Lox actually set that whole, talking about drugs and guns and shooting niggas, killing niggas, drugs, the whole song, like nobody was really doing that like the Lox was doing it though, you know what I'm saying? Like consistently. So I think they set that whole, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think Jadakiss is like the godfather of that type rapping. And when it comes to that hardcore, shoot a nigga, boom, 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 I think Styles P is sort of like a godfather to that whole style, you know what I'm saying? So
Now Dipset was missing. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm
saying, what was the rest of Dipset? That was another thing. Like they had J.R. Ryder, Hell Real. They needed some. I don't know.
Only thing they could have did was help to remove the bodies though. It wasn't about to help them.
But now, hold on now. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like I told Ducks now. I mean, Dipset's still my group now. We ain't gonna talk too much shit now. You know what I'm saying? But look now, look. I'm gonna say this though. But when it comes to like that lyricism, like when it comes to lyrics, that's where they could have used like J.R. Ryder and Hell Real. Like when Jada got up there and did the freestyle. Like that's when you need like J.R. Ryder and Hell Real to come up there with one of them verses, you know what I'm saying? Or even people gonna hate on Uncasa, but just something like that, you know what I'm saying? To come in with something like that, just to, you know what I'm saying? Because I think Dipset thought it was just gonna be they swag and the fact that people mess with certain songs that was what was gonna win it for them. But when Jada did the freestyle, it was just lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people thought that shit was new. That shit was old, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. That shit was old. And it just showed you how good it dated, you know what I'm saying? He spit it to where people thought it was a new freestyle. But that's what you needed, like Dipset for that. You needed J.R. Ryder and Hell Real for something like that.
But Saeed, what happened when your boy Cam tried to spit that freestyle?
Oh hell!
What was that, bro?
Nah, I think he was thinking of that doing the verses. I think he was thinking of that doing the verses and said, "Let me try this." Like, nah, bro.
And he was like, for real, whatever he said. Hey, for the record, hey, I like Dipset too. You know what I'm saying? But I just gotta be real about what happened. I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? And they really, they, I can't even come up with a good attitude on what happened to them.
A funeral, man. You already said, man. It was a funeral, man. It was a funeral.
It's not like they couldn't win. The thing, it's not like they couldn't. I mean, of course,
they could have.
On paper, you know what I'm saying? We're going to say the Lox going to win on paper, bottom line. I mean, they just got too much. But as far as what people talk about, people not talking about they talking about the performance that the Lox put on and how everything was structured, their chemistry.
Because that's what Versus is. Yeah. If you got the right ammunition, but you don't use it at the right time,
exactly,
you're going to lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't care, I mean, if you took Jay-Z and Nas, you know what I'm saying? If they came with their most unpopular
Never would happen.
That would be the biggest
Never
one
would
though.
happen.
Only
Never
reason,
would happen.
The only reason Jay-Z and Nas wouldn't happen, I think, is because of the interest that Jay-Z has in his other businesses. I don't think because they ain't got, like, if they had something to do with
because Nas would do it. I think Nas would do it.
Yeah,
I think they would do it too.
I say this, be honest with you, because Jay-Z's so laid back, and I think that should be born. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about coming after like something like that to see how Jadakiss was, his energy. I don't think Jay-Z not the type person. I don't think, especially not now. I don't know if he, and I saw Jay-Z perform. Jay-Z not like that. You know what I'm saying? I saw Jay-Z when he came in.
He more laid back.
He real laid back. Yeah, so I don't think he gonna bring, especially coming after something like that.
But unless they play them battle raps, because Jay was coming at Nas doing that battle, even though he got ether. but he came at Nas. He made Nas dig in his bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that is nothing like ether though. I still bump ether to this day.
Yeah,
that's how sick that this was. But oh man,
Takeover was crack too though. Hey, Takeover was that crack too though. But
it just that ether killed all the.
Ether,
it was just like, I heard the ether. I didn't need to hear no more diss tracks to the side. I was just like, you know what? It's all right. It's over. It's like that. It was like the nail in the coffin.
Hey, I took my shot at Ducks the other day, but Dipset got a chance to renew they whole image, because you know State Property, Dipset, and the Lox about to go on tour. But I'm saying this as a shot at State Property just for me and Ducks feud. But at the same time, I think what's gonna happen on that is, you think Dipset chemistry was bad. I want to see how State Property chemistry gonna be when they on tour, because them niggas ain't make no songs in so long. They probably don't know they shit because they ain't performing. You know what I'm saying? And they chemistry we know is bad because as a group they half of them beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
plus,
I think Dipset gonna be able to kind of redeem themselves on that tour thanks to State Property.
Plus something I didn't know until recent times is like State Property wasn't really a group. Back in the day, they put them together like, yo, come on, you come on.
Exactly.
You
know right.
They don't go back like, you know, of course the Lox go back to before, you know, they got on.
But see, the thing is, Dips go back. I mean, Jim and Cam grew up together. Joel's was on Cam album when he was 15. You know what I'm saying? He was a nigga from, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely got it in that sense. But you know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, Jim Jones wasn't always a rapper. Like the Lox, they started all as rappers together. Jim Jones wasn't a rapper, and you can tell. Like, even though I got Jim Jones' first album. You know what I'm saying? To me, I like it, but another nigga gonna say that shit trash. You know what I'm saying? But
Jadakiss ain't had no problem pointing that out either.
Right.
You ain't even know how to rap then.
Right.
That nigga said he can rap about dinosaurs right now.
Hey, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. What got me when Cam was about to perform what was the joint? Killer Cam?
Yeah.
Jada was like, man, I know you ain't gonna end it with this. This shit trash.
Yeah, man. The commentary from Jada was, oh my God.
D-Block got into the Lox. I mean, D-Block got into Dipset's head so much, man. Where it just that totally fucked him up. Once you get in the motherfucker head, man, it's really nothing that you can do that they can do to redeem themselves after that. And the Lox, they just look like big bullies out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I told you, Sheik set the tone in the beginning when he said pussy ass nigga. So that part threw him off.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the little shots that D-Block was taking, plus the music. And then at the end, when Cam about to perform probably one of his most popular songs, Jadakiss called that shit trash.
Right.
Now everybody gonna be like, oh damn, well maybe that song wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not me, nigga. Not me, nigga.
Oh yeah, the song is good. The lyrics was trash as fuck. The lyrics was trash. But the song was a good song.
All right, that's another whole. We gonna do a whole other podcast just on that song, nigga.
Them lyrics are questionable.
So basically,
that song. So I don't want to ever hear somebody say computers Putin ever in my life.
So Ali, basically you saying the instrumental was dope. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all
that's
dope instrumental.
That's all that's left on there.
Right now, hold on. Now.
It was a dope ass instrumental. Hold on, man. It's a dope ass instrumental, man. But as far as like the words, I can't even remember half of them shits.
Man, hold on, man. What you mean, man? I get the boosters boosting. I get computers puting. Y'all get shot at. Kobe, I do the shooting, nigga. I do the recruiting. I tutor the students. I nurture their brain. I'm moving the movement. Nigga, what?
That is questionable lyrics right there.
I
Man.
get computers puking.
I don't know what putin is, but hey, I hear you.
But either way, man, I think personally though, like in all seriousness, Dipset was one of my favorite groups of all times.
Just not
I think
no
in
more.
all seriousness, to me, I think that was probably like the best versus battle, man. I had Jeezy and Gucci at the top, but after seeing this, as far as showmanship, as far as performances, as far as the lyrics, as far as like just the music in general, to me, by far the best verses that I've seen.
I put Ray and Ghost up there too, though. That one was fire too.
Oh yeah. Ray and Ghost was good.
Yeah,
Ray
I
and
did
Ghost was
like
real
that
good too.
But there wasn't a battle. You know, it was
nah, it wasn't. It was just about the music for that one.
The ones that got a background to it, you feel me? Those definitely have a strong presence on the verses. So of course, Jeezy and the Gucci. I mean, I'm gonna go a little bit on the softer side with it, but the Brandy and the Monica, that was like the one. See what's gonna happen with that. You feel me?
Man, it was awkward. That was because there was a lot of shots fired during that battle. Like I don't know if y'all was watching the windows, but yeah, she had a lot of shade. A lot of shade. It was a lot of shade going back and forth on that battle too. I was like, damn. Was they really beefing over a guy or something? I don't know. Like maybe the boy was.
I'm gonna tell you a story I heard. Like this is from Dallas Austin, man, was telling the story. So it got some actual teeth to it, right? And he was like, basically, the last time they had seen each other, I don't know if it's the last time they see each other, but when they barely performed that song and it was time for them to perform it, like publicly, and Monica punched Brandy in the face when she seen her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that was a personal beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
And listen to Dallas Austin interview because
that's been confirmed.
I listened to that same interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that same interview.
Yep.
Okay.
And
I think he told that story on Vlad.
Yeah, and I think that Rodney Jerkins had something like he kind of confirmed something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he had some interviews too. So that was like real, real stuff to it, man. And that was strong. And then of course the Jeezy and Gucci, that was strong because we know, somebody
when he said smoking on that Pookie. When he said smoking on that Pookie pack,
you
could just cut the room with a knife. How much?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
shit.
That was
Gucci was going in. I can't even front.
That was the one I thought I'd never see. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I'm gonna throw out there one big one. I mean, normally I'm gonna ask questions, but then I'll let y'all answer. But I want to throw this one out there though. I feel like one of the biggest ones, especially since we saw the Gucci and Jeezy, that we've yet to see. If we could see it, which I would think we couldn't, but 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
I
would love that.
Man, 50 crushed Ja Rule.
I mean, that's not even a battle, man. Musically, that's already been beat down. So 50 Cent and Ja Rule, that's not even a battle right there.
Yeah, 50 will crush Ja Rule.
A lot of tension. It'll be a lot of tension.
Yeah, but 50 will crush Ja Rule, bro. He will crush him.
Yeah, he got more hits.
Ja Rule get somebody like Lil Boosie or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think
Boosie will crush Ja Rule.
Nah, I'm saying that's about as good as he gets about his best.
Because Ja Rule, you got to think Ja Rule just had a short stint, and then they kind of blackballed him out the league, man.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he was just all single.
Right.
So what he gonna bring in? The duets?
Right.
What he gonna bring in? What he gonna bring in?
But see, I can see a nigga like how Jada was. I can see a nigga like Boosie like that on stage. Like, I mean, the performance gonna be too good. Yeah. The performance gonna be too good.
I don't even want to see one-on-one no more. I want to see groups. If it's 50 Cent, I want G Unit. You know what I'm saying? I want the whole.
Yeah, you can do G Unit. G Unit versus who though? Who battle G Unit? So if it'd be G-Unit, who
Gotta
would
be
y'all
the
put up?
Lox.
I would say Dipset, but
Wait,
shit,
you
never
gonna bring
mind.
them back? You
Yeah.
gonna bring them back?
They still got a bunch of stuff they didn't play.
Oh yeah, they still got a bunch of shit. They still got a bunch of shit they left on the table.
So if you don't lose a versus, you can come back and do another one.
Jada didn't even do why, huh? He didn't do why.
Didn't do
did he?
why.
Nope, he didn't do
He didn't
why.
have to.
He ain't.
It's
It's so
a
much
bunch
he
of
ain't
shit,
do.
man.
Yeah,
It was
bunch
So
of
much
shit.
he ain't do.
You
And be
know,
honest with you,
did he do
I
knock
mean-
himself out?
they did that.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
that.
he
He
did
did
knock
that.
himself
Yeah,
out.
but the thing
Hey.
is, I mean, what?
They didn't have
I mean,
to
what?
though.
I
What
love
Yeah.
G-Unit gonna do? What G-Unit gonna do? I mean, besides 50 being the main one, what is G-Unit gonna do as a group that's gonna beat the Lox as a group? I mean, what? I mean,
This is
we gonna
real.
go to their
This is
mixtapes?
real.
Yeah.
Nigga, they ain't messing with the Lox on the mixtapes. What we gonna? I mean, what?
Nah.
Yeah.
This is
Nah,
real.
they couldn't beat the
real.
Lox. But I will say this real quick about G-Unit, right? I think G-Unit could do very well in a battle versus whoever they put them against, right?
Yeah.
The only thing with G-Unit is their lack of camaraderie.
Right,
right.
Their groups, the group mates aren't even getting along with each other.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you think
yeah.
about it, the core G-Unit is 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Ayo.
What about
Right.
Buck?
Those three together were great as a group, but you got to think, what if they still got along with the game? What if the game was actually on stage present doing a versus battle with G-Unit?
What?
What
That's
about
what I'm
Young
saying.
Buck?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, and
If-
Young
yeah.
Buck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the whole G Unit.
right.
Yeah. Versus
Bro.
like Cash Money, Juvenile. them
Right,
boys.
that's what I'm saying. Like I think they would crush something like that, but it has to be
Yeah.
them as a whole.
Yeah.
Game stepping on the stage with 50 Cent at this point in their careers, that's a win automatically. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
just imagine the heat that the game brought to G-Unit. Just imagine the
Yeah.
heat that Young Buck brought to G-Unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, come
Let
on,
me-
man. And 50
let me-
Cent, he got pop songs too, but he got some straight street shit
Let me
too.
let me
Yeah.
ask you, let
Yeah,
me
he
ask
do.
y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question since we talking about who we could see. Me and Tony talked about this the other day, so I definitely want to hear what y'all think. Who could y'all see Drake going against?
He got to go against
Right.
Wayne. Wayne. He got to go against Wayne. That's
Wayne.
the
That's
only
what I
person.
said.
Good.
That's what I
Drake
said.
They
and
the
Wayne
only
ain't
two
gotta
that
go
got
at
a
it.
long
Never said
category.
that,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
said that as far as like verses. Now, if you going off of someone who just got like rap skill, whatever, then I was telling Larry, like when you put Drake on level, like I'm not saying that they're on Drake level, but I'm saying when it comes to rapping and battling each other, I would name rappers like M.A. I would name people who lyrical who can keep up with Drake. I'm not saying that they got way more juice than Drake and stuff. Drake got way more hits. If you going
It's
off
a-
his albums,
It's
yeah.
it's a lot of people that lyrically could keep up with Drake, but when it comes to making songs, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of lyrical people out there, right? That's
Yeah.
like battle rapping and stuff. You know what I mean? They got
Yeah.
lyrics all day, punchlines all day, but
Right.
they
It
can't
do
I
make
mean,
you
I
have
don't know
to
too many niggas
Yeah.
singing and rapping at the
'Cause
same
the
time.
hits
I'm
do-
saying, like, Drake,
It's
run
only two
versus-
people I
R&B
can
on
see
you.
go against Drake: Future and Wayne. That's it. Future and Wayne.
I can't. I don't put Future on Drake.
I said the
at
same
all.
thing. I said the same
Future,
thing.
nigga. Oh, hold on, Tony. Hey, Future
I don't
can
put
hang
Future
with
on
Drake.
I mean, you
I don't
do got hits.
see Future as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I see him as something else, not a rapper. He's more like a rock star to me. He's not like a rapper.
That's
Like,
that's the
he
point.
got good shit. You know what I'm saying? He got good music. I like his music, but I don't see him as someone like Drake. If you go Future and Drake, then Drake automatically gonna win. It ain't because Drake is better. It's because you put Future with him. It's like I was telling
If
you
you-
now. I said put you in it against the Lox. It's like, come on, you already know what's up. It's not a match anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens when you put Future against Drake.
If
I
you
put
come
Future with T-Pain.
if you come with like you look at their careers of Drake and Future, one thing I say about them is like both of them put their foot on the gas, you know, even though I think Drake has done it like no other, but both of them can put their foot on the gas and it's still on there for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
both of them. So that's why I can see them because their level of influence on the game for the past 10 years very similar. They both sing and rap, you know what I mean? And you know, they're not the same, but they have their similarities on that.
They both like you said. But then they got albums together. So
They do. And
that'll be a great.
And that's what
I'm not saying Future ain't whack though. I mean, I like the dude. I know he got mad skills. He's top dog in the game. He ain't just anybody. You know what I'm saying? But what
You
I'm
say
saying
T-Pain? You say T-Pain?
no. I mean, Future. I'm talking about Future.
But what about
like, he ain't just
T-Pain and
anybody.
Future? because
I put T-Pain and Future together. They're the same category when the music business. If you ask me, I mean, one's just a higher rating than the other. That's all. But
I'm not against Future with Waxman, but T-Pain kind of started it, and then Future kind of X'd them out like Ja Rule and 50. That was,
I don't see Future as Future is good for a lot of hooks to me, y'all. He's not really rapping to me like that. I mean, he might have a couple of bars every now and then, but you can add all the bars up on one page.
But he used to be a rapper though. If you know T-Pain's background, he was a rapper first before he became a singer.
I mean, shit.
So
you know what I'm saying?
He might have to revert to some.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it until he started singing on the mic though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it from rapping. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean? I like T-Pain. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
That song "Sprung" that was a hit. That's the first time I heard it. The nigga, I'm sprung. Yeah, that was a hit.
I'm gonna
say T-Pain already battled.
Yeah, he battled Lil Jon. He did. He battled Lil Jon.
Yeah, he battled Lil Jon.
Yeah.
T-Pain and Lil Jon?
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, Lil Jon won that one though. Because he's Lil Jon
ain't doing playing his bass.
Lil Jon had that thing organized because Lil Jon a DJ. So he had that stuff organized like Jada. You feel me?
He smashed it. I gotta go watch that one. I ain't even.
It was a good
me too.
one. It was a good one, man.
Yet.
That was my favorite up to a certain point when we started having more. But that was one where they just did a Zoom one. It wasn't in the same room. It hadn't got to that level yet. It was they were still working it out. This thing then look where it came in this past year, man. It went from on the phone, people doing it. Teddy Riley not able to get his stuff together on the phone. To the Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to get that up to Jamaica, man. If it wasn't for the Jamaica battle, and they seen that energy, they was like, wait, oh shit. But see, no, y'all got to start battling together. Y'all got to start battling this room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lil Jon should win against another DJ then, man. Because T-Pain.
I was about to say,
he's an artist. That wasn't fair. He ain't got no bars in that Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with Tony.
Yeah,
I agree with Tony. I mean, I don't think that was a good matchup.
He sing on the microphone and Lil Jon just playing everybody with shit. He ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Let's come on stage with
that wasn't a good matchup.
That's it.
That wasn't a good matchup for T-Pain.
Yeah, it's not a good team up. Shit. Lil Jon's a DJ. T-Pain is actually an artist.
They need to do a label versus a label.
They should have
like Interscope. I mean, but they can't do it. But I'm just saying, like Interscope versus Def Jam and shit like that.
But people didn't change labels so much and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we would love to see Death Row versus Bad Boy. I would love to see something like that, even though
that's not
Pop gone though. Pop gone.
When you say Bad Boy, you talking about over 20 artists, so you got to name at least 4 or 5 artists to make it something. You know what I'm saying? And if you name those 4 or 5 artists, they ain't gonna beat Death Row either. You know what I'm saying? Death Row just you talking about Dre, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? You talking about all them cats. I mean, you ain't beating them niggas. Not Bad Boy.
I mean, they both had an error though, because Bad Boy had an error. Death Row had an error, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they was
but the difference, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, my bad. My bad to cut you off, but I'm just saying, like, I think the difference between Bad Boy and Death Row is they both had their prime eras, but Bad Boy actually kept going. So they had like sprouts in different eras as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be a good matchup. I think Bad Boy would win. That's just my opinion.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not really up to par with who right now. When I think of Bad Boy, all I see is Puff Daddy right now. I know he got artists, but I can't even. Rick Ross, the only person I can think of right now that's with Bad Boys, right? I mean, I know there's more. I'm just saying what I know of.
Nah, he not with Bad Boy, but he deal with him.
They had some type of weird.
He had so many different artists come and go.
Situation. I don't know what they were doing. Because he's been with MMG. He with MMG Interscope. Rick Ross.
He was with Rick Ross solo deal. He was with Def Jam. And I don't know if he left him or not, but I know he was with Def Jam on his solo deal. And then when he got his label deal, I want to say it was with Atlantic, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I could be
Atlantic
on that. But definitely, a lot of people have stopped. One label that hasn't really stopped, so to speak, is Cash Money. Cause to be honest with you, they still going.
Well, they had Drake, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. I mean,
nigga said we gonna be okay if we put Drake on every song. Yeah, he wasn't lying about that shit. It lasts another decade for that shit.
you ain't lying. So that man, 10 years.
But back to Lil Jon, he should win against DJ Khaled or either Swiss Beats. Those are all DJs right there. You know what I'm saying? Cause they don't really got bars, they just got
Timberland.
music.
Yeah, it could have been Timberland, Swiss Beats. That's a battle. And they should keep the same. You couldn't mix it up.
But you know that'd be a good way to end the verses. Like when they finally because it's Swiss Beats and Timberland, that'd be a good way to end it. Like them two go against each other. That'd be a good way.
Them niggas battled like twice already.
They already went. They just went like about a month ago.
Twice.
Yeah.
They
just went about a month ago. Yeah, Swiss Beats and Timbo. Yep.
Swiss and Timberland, but I didn't even see it. I did see them on stage a little bit. I seen them repping DMX, but I ain't watch it to get like the
who won that?
Yeah, I ain't watch it.
I'm gonna say Timberland, man. You know, I'm gonna say Timberland. I don't know if did y'all see the top 50 producers Billboard? I think it's Billboard.
I did.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you who was on it.
Yeah, Timberland was number 3, and Neptune / Pharrell was number 2. So who could y'all see the Neptune / Pharrell going against, man? Timberland?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
You know,
Can I give DJ Khaled?
I don't know.
You said Timberland versus who?
And Neptune.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. To me, that would have been a better matchup than Swiss and Tim. But you know.
Yeah.
For real,
they both from VA,
too, right though?
Plus they both from VA. That would have been dope. But you know, Timberland gave Neptune they start though.
Yeah.
And Teddy Riley. I think it was like Teddy Riley and Timberland, but they kind of put Neptune on.
But you leave it to Nori. Nori put them on.
Well, that was the solo.
I'm saying Nori gonna take. You know, Nori always trying to make everything.
I mean, but for really though, when you think Neptunes and your first time hearing Neptunes, I think most people was going to go to Super Thug though. You know.
Yeah.
Like, cause we didn't really know that he was doing Rump Shaker until later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was y'all on the Rump Shaker.
He did kind of roll them out into hip hop. Like after everybody in hip hop seen the success of Super Thug, they was like, "Who the fuck is Neptune?" And then start working with him.
And that changed the sound, you know. Right. Because before that, it was pretty much all sampling. You know, I don't want to say it was all sampling. Yeah, actually it was. Because even P Diddy was like still sampling and just adding the flavor on it.
Well, not Timberland wasn't sampling too much though.
That is true. But he was doing more R&B though. Timbo was doing more R&B at that time before because he was like Aaliyah, Genuine, Missy. You know, she's a rapper. She's a rapper too. You know what I mean?
She slash because most of her songs she sings, but she'll hit you with some rap cuts.
Who could?
But I love me some Missy, man.
Who could Missy go against, man?
I don't think nobody can fuck with
She was a hit maker, like as a writer.
I don't think nobody can go.
She got to go against a nigga. Missy got to go against a nigga.
Missy go against Lauryn Hill.
Missy got to go against nigga.
I think Lauryn Hill will be her best bet.
Nah.
She got that one album because Missy.
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah, Lauryn Hill just got that one album, but Missy. She got ghostwriting shit. She did
a lot of writing in the 90s.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But she killed.
I think Lauryn Hill will win that battle just off her name alone.
Lauryn Hill dope though, man. Don't sleep on her. She be rapping.
Oh, definitely. Lauryn Hill one album.
Look, Lauryn Hill is one of the few artists that could literally play her album against people's whole careers.
Yeah,
it would be comparable. It would be comparable. That album is that she did her shit on that. So it's kind of like, do you want one smash album that you still could play today? Because you still could play
a classic.
So many of those songs today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a classic.
Or do you want a whole bunch of albums with a couple of hits on each one?
A couple hits on
I'll
it.
Take a classic.
I'll take
the
album
any day, man.
I'll take a classic
any day.
Yeah.
She killed.
That's why I say if they were to battle, Lauryn Hill would win that one off of default.
Yeah.
Well, okay, on the battles, isn't it like they only supposed to play how many amount of songs? Is it 10 songs or 20 songs?
20.
Supposed to be 20.
Okay. So as long as the artist got 20 songs, you can hit the verse. You know what I'm saying? You got 20. I don't know if you got 20 hits. It's got to be 20 hits or just 20 songs.
I mean, it's up to you, because Dipset definitely came with some non-hits. No disrespect, you know.
They had some error
They
though.
definitely was
like
playing certain stuff. You was
the
like,
songs, like when my man, what was the song with Kanye that Cam played? That was my joint.
And it
Down and out.
It didn't even hit. It didn't even hit though.
That's what I
too.
said. Them shits weren't even really hitting when they played them on stage.
Hitting, man. The confidence was taken out, man. The confidence was taken out.
And with D Block, right? With Jada and D Block, some of their song choices would have been bad for another artist that they was playing. But the energy was so great, just like George said. Some people thought that freestyle was a new freestyle, and they still loved it. You know what I'm saying? Because the delivery, the energy. Like, for some artists, you couldn't play those records like that. You understand what I'm saying? They'd be like, what you doing playing that one? But the energy was so great. The energy, the performance, you know what I'm saying? The setup, it was so great. It was just like, boom, like, we love it.
Thing, man, because it teaches all the other rappers that's coming out now what hip hop is about. Teaching them, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, whatever y'all thought y'all was doing, y'all ain't got a real talent until you see niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? Like the Fox one got talent versus what these young cats doing now. You know what I'm saying?
I say that because I'm gonna tell you,
I can't see many verses right now. Let me say quick. I watched the BET Award with Kodak Black and 21 Savage, all them freestyle battle. That was the last BET Award I got them watch. Them done. You know what I'm saying? Last one.
Let me tell you something. Like, on both sides of it, because you know I love hip hop. I think everybody in here love hip hop, just straight love it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, from a love standpoint, you know, a lot of the artists back in the day, they had that love for their craft and they had that all that, and they was doing it, and they wasn't getting paid appropriately for what they was doing, but they was doing it. Now these new guys, they didn't master the bag, you know, but they don't necessarily do it for the love like some of these guys was doing it. I think it shows, but I think it's good to see where they can look and see, oh man, this is what it looked like when you're doing it for the love. So maybe some of them will go back and add that into their shit, add it to their repertoire, you know, and up their game. Because I ain't mad at them young dudes for getting their money, because they doing it. They like shit. They getting their bread, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, we love this thing, and so when we see some
they getting their bread, man, but I feel like they robbing us out of our culture, man. They taking something from us, yo. You know what I'm saying? Even though they getting their bread, I'm happy they getting their bread, man, but they ain't giving. They not fulfilling that. Like, my plate ain't full when listening to their shit.
But you know, but I think that happened I think that's just a generational thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you know what I'm saying, during that time, the generation before that was like, man, so and so these new cats saying, you know what I'm saying? I think that's just it's just, you know what I'm saying, music evolves that way. But I will say, I think another separation though is also like, it was about who was, you know what I'm saying, was better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was, and now it's like he said, people just care about the money. And I think then people was just caring about who was the best. So even, and a lot of it, they talked about the same stuff. Like, you had, during that era, they talked about the money, the cars, the women, but it was trying to put it in a way to where the bar was hard, though. You know what I'm saying? So they might talk about, you know what I'm saying? They might talk about their car, but they talking about the inside is soy sauce or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, something trying to make I'm just making that up. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to make the ball hard. And not about, hey, look about how much money I got a Bentley. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
now they'd be like, I get some cash. I get some cash. Swag.
They ain't saying shit no more.
Swag. Okay, like I said, the piggyback off what Brother Saeed just was saying. So, like, look at the NBA. Look at the 90s NBA. Craig Hodges, I was just watching an interview with him. He was like, they was making maybe less than 30,000. Like, what? And now these niggas' games was off the chain. But now you look at the NBA now, these niggas can't even hit free throws. Yet they getting bad.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this.
That's kind of smack in the face.
I'm gonna say this is what I'm gonna say on the NBA right side of it, right? Like, you're right. Across the board, things have changed, which is to be expected, right? We at a time where we got all this technology and all this insight or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? On that stuff. But at the same time, certain skill levels in the NBA has improved. Now let's keep it real, man. Back in the day, you weren't seeing all these big men shooting threes. You know what I mean? That was like, you shoot a three as a big man. It was like, what the hell are you doing? You feel me? But now people shooting threes, they shoot from half court. You know what I'm saying?
But the fundamentals are gone. That's what makes me sad.
That's true.
But
so you can't hit a layup.
But I think the athleticism is going up though. I think the athleticism, like stuff that was flashy then, you'll catch a middle school cat doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like some crazy dunk that made everybody go crazy then. Like your average high school basketball player can jump on the court and do it. You know what I'm saying? I think this athleticism as a whole, but as at the same way, technology has improved also. You know what I'm saying? Like take something like football. Now they can analyze it and like the way they, you know what I'm saying, and know, you know what I'm saying, the player needs to take a break this much to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think is like you say, the fundamentals is I think the fundamentals have gone though. The fundamentals have gone though. I think athleticism has gone up too though.
They got play sheets in football now for situations like, okay, if you're on the 10-yard line and they got a whole sheet, they just go pick what play they want to do based on what the situation is. So it's definitely super.
Yeah, things change a lot, but you got to keep that fundamental to keep the integrity. Just like hip hop, if you're not doing the fundamentals of hip hop, you're gonna lose the integrity of it.
Exactly.
And we see, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all it is.
Real hip hop.
And lyricism.
You know what I'm saying?
Lyricism is that fundamental in hip hop.
That's the fundamental. You got to know how to be an MC, not be a rapper, but be an MC. You got to be able to control the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Control the room, voice. You got to be able to your breathing technique.
Exactly. Right.
Jada showed all that. You know what I'm saying? Jada gave it all, man. All 5 elements of hip hop. Come on, man. He gave it all to you, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you lose that fundamental, you lose the essence.
Laugh left him.
You know what I'm saying? I know, right? You just don't want to lose the essence of anything. Whatever it is, if you lose the essence of it, it's just what? Now it's just mechanical. Like you said, now all the workers, ain't no workers gonna be in Walmart. It's just gonna be robots in there. Ain't nobody gonna be saying, "Oh, welcome to Walmart," or even checking your ticket when you leaving. Even though that's annoying. Just imagine if it's a computer stopping your ass and frisking you down. You gonna be like, what the hell? Like, this is some bullshit.
The brother, man, he put the Jay-Z, the Big Pun. He had all them posters on his wall. He was into music real good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the new generation kind of picture, what kind of posters they put on their wall now. You know what I'm saying? And I see
Lil Wayne. And that's the difference though. But see that's the difference too though. Like I think I don't know if that was me and I was talking to my nephew. I was talking to my nephew. I was telling him hip hop was different then. Like then niggas had posters. I mean, now niggas be like, that's gay. They walk in your house now. You got a poster of your favorite rapper on the wall. Niggas gonna be like, nigga, that's gay. You got a man on your wall. But then that's the influence that music had. You know what I'm saying?
How's that, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that's the influence
Lil Nas
had then. I mean, you had grown men with posters of their favorite rappers on their walls. You know what I'm saying? Like then it was about before you even played the album, you opening up the cover art. You know what I'm saying? You looking at the cover art, you reading the lyrics, you looking at who produced what, you looking at everything before you even play it. Like it was music was just so different then. You know what I'm saying? And
I read the lyrics.
Exactly. You playing the shit and trying to memorize it. You know what I'm saying? It was so much different then. And now it's niggas arguing over who got the biggest network. Niggas arguing over which rapper got the most network, who got the best car and shit like that. Like shit
but you know what though? I think that a lot of that stuff is put on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? But there's still people that love hip hop. You know, even the young generation. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I was talking yesterday actually to a young Caucasian male. He was like 26, right? And he knew all of Jay-Z. Okay, we and him talking about, you know, is reasonable doubt better, or is
Blueprint?
No. Is reasonable doubt better or Illmatic better? Like we was really having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're a 26-year-old, but it's out there for you to be able to get to and see and research and go back and listen. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I feel like possibly there might be deeper rap fans today because of the access. You know what I'm saying? Because any song you want to listen to, you can go get it and find it pretty much. You know what I mean? Whereas back in the day, maybe your daddy or your mama had to have the vinyl or the tape or the cassette or the CD. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you can just. So it's a lot of young people that's like, they still into the real lyrics. You know, they still into that. I think that just the commercially and what is promoted heavily with the marketing dollars is the stuff that's not as lyrical. You know, that's just, you know.
I don't know, man. This new generation now, after watching that, I ain't watched the whole thing, y'all. Just by the way, that little Nas X video, I saw like the first 2 seconds of it. I cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let me know off the top. You ain't watch the whole video. I saw it. You know what I'm saying?
I heard about it though.
Don't watch it, yo. Shit, save yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even
when people was talking about it, I was like, man, nah. Be honest with you, that his first song, whatever it's called, I've never heard it even all the way through. I've never even heard that shit. When I knew he was gay, I was like, man, listen to this nigga, man. Country Town Road or whatever it's called.
Yeah, country. Yeah.
I don't discriminate for you because you're gay or whatever.
I do. No, I'm joking.
I'm not going. I'm not going to watch the clips. I'm not going to watch certain videos and certain stuff because I don't want to see a man walking around, you know, swinging the stuff around. But at the end of the day, it's like,
wait, what?
Yeah, the niggas in prison making a song in prison. All these niggas butt ass naked, walking around holding his pockets, all that shit, man. Lil Nas X.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
So
wow, I didn't know that.
My son tells him, why you turn the internet off? Y'all need to watch the internet right now. Just leave everything alone for a little bit. Let things die down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wait,
this nigga said let things die down.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know that happened. Wait, but okay. So in the he was given the gay prison culture. So was they sagging?
Right. I didn't want to call it the gay prison culture, man. I've been to prison. That's not what they do in prison. Not like that.
I mean, but I heard about if you hold another man's pocket, that's your bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
And then what about if the man sagging his pants? You invite another man in your pants. So
yeah, all that's real. Yeah, just for the record, I ain't never hold nobody's pocket.
Like I said, I've been to prison too.
Fuck that. I've been to prison too. Every day.
We ain't do that. We ain't do that in Georgia. I got locked up. I was like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying?
We don't do that shit. You get your room to be a candy bar in your bed. Don't
that's
eat
why
that
I was
candy
scared.
bar.
I was scared to be locked up in Georgia, though. I was like, oh, shit, this is the second capital. It might be good, but nah, it was all the real niggas was in jail. I was like, oh, shit. This is why all the niggas in there. Damn.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about the baby situation since y'all went to that?
I support the baby 100% on that, man. I'm not even a baby fan like that.
I support the baby too.
I support the baby on that shit, man. He ain't doing nothing wrong, yo. It's sad.
Wait. Y'all disappointed. Y'all disappointed at what?
I mean, I don't understand why he. My bad. I didn't mean to cut your wheels.
No. Go ahead.
I didn't understand it. Like I watched it, and it was like he was about to get off the stage, and he just went on that rant. I didn't get why he did that. Like, why did he go into that rant? Now, what he said, because I know a lot of gay stuff being forced on our kids right now. So maybe it was frustration out of that, and he just wanted to get what he wanted to get off his chest. Was it the time and place to do it? Because he kind of, suffered his bag. Now,
maybe he want to let the whole world know, man, what time it is for him, man. Because as a celebrity, I hear rumors, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you ain't gonna make it famous if you suck somebody's dick. I hear shit like that from time to time. I'm like, okay, that's why.
True that.
I'm gonna let my boy ain't famous yet, because they ain't sucking somebody's dick. You know what I'm saying?
True that. That's what I'm saying. And I understand. I understand that. That's why I'm just trying to figure out, was it just the frustration of what was going on?
I don't think that.
Where did it come from? It just like he was about to get off the stage, like, and then all of a sudden he just was like, hey, anybody sucking dick in the parking lot? Like, what?
But hey, this is the thing. I think the timing of that, because if he had did it at the beginning, I mean, he would still get the backlash. But I think that kind of stuff is common though. Maybe not now because the way the generation is now. But I mean, that's common for people to open up their shows and stuff like that. And the girl went off on me yesterday about that. We were talking about it, and she went off on me and my cousin. We was talking about. But I'm like, if you think about it, like she's like, oh, that's not funny. Because I was like, I would have laughed if I was there. She's like, oh, that's not funny. But I'm like, think about like, I don't think he was saying that to like gay people. I think if you look at like his style of music, like, cause you got like when we was coming up, I mean, Homo Thug. So I think he was talking to niggas like that, like niggas that's like playing tough. They acting like this, but behind closed doors, they probably doing gay shit, or you know what I'm saying. That's like a way to say a nigga not tough is to say, nigga, you probably suck dick or you gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a way to say a man not tough. I think that's how I took it. Like, I took it for him saying that, like, not to like to clown a gay person. I think to clown a person that's not gay, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
in the closet.
Because for the record, for the record, them gay dudes, they just as tough as any other dude. I'm gonna tell you like that. You know what I'm saying?
We done seen a couple
still
gay
a man's
people whoop ass. You right. But I was in Atlanta. I seen a couple gay dudes whooping a straight nigga ass, and I was like, damn.
But
you shouldn't be messing
with
men.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this.
It's like if you in a battle. If you like, let's say a battle. I mean, like you gonna say that's you know what I'm saying. You gonna try to call the other nigga gay or say he sucked dick or something. Like, that's how I take it. Like he was talking to like.
That's an insult, like use it as an insult, basically.
Yeah, to like fake tough or fake thugs or something like that.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When you're in business, right, and DaBaby's in business, okay. Now we all can sit and say stuff, you know, amongst each others or whatever the case may be, you know. But when you're in business, right, you have a consumer of your whatever your product is. You know what I'm saying? So you might, let's say you got somebody that's racist or whatever behind the scenes or whatever. You know, they still gonna serve you your food because they want your money. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't want to offend you, so they're not necessarily gonna be like, "Yo, I hate you" to your face. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Not saying he did that.
Only shit.
Not saying he
like 20, 35 miles down the road, right? Shit, ain't serving you shit.
Not saying he did that because I don't think he really went in. You understand what I'm saying? He tried to clean it up afterward, but they definitely made it worse, you know, because he started talking about people with AIDS and stuff, you know, which could be insulting, you know.
I tell people all the time,
that's not the first time anybody's done
conversation if you don't know what you're talking about. And
we in
himself up like that.
We in that Me Too era right now. Right. You know, people sensitive, way more sensitive now than back in the day. Like, nigga, we used to say, nigga, that's gay. Or nigga, you a fag. And really didn't mean, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't disrespecting you being gay. That was just our language.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. If he would have said, ladies, if you're not in the parking lot sucking dick, you know what they would have said then? You slut shaming.
Yeah.
You slut shaming. You feel me?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But in the 90s, girls would be like, other hoes would be like, shit, I did.
Back in that day, they were undercover. They try to hide it. They didn't really want to show it out like that. They were always undercover.
Right.
Like you already had an idea. Like my one friend back in the day, I ain't gonna say his name, but I knew he was kind of gay then. You know what I'm saying? How he already acted. You know what I'm saying? So he either say shit like, ask the mom if I can spend the night. I'm like, she said I already can't have nobody spend the night. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say this though. This is my question though. My question is, how many actually gay people get offended by that? And the reason I say that is there was I forget comedian. I don't know if it was Corey Holcomb. It was a comedian. I can't remember who it was. No, it was maybe Eddie Griffin. I think that's who it was. And he was saying that he said he got like a gay cousin, or he got like gay people he know. And he said the gay people get mad at like the people that just do it as a fad, like just flamboyant. They said they don't like that. That's what he was saying. He was like, my cousin was like, he gay, but they don't like the flamboyant people that's out there wanting everybody to know they gay. And you know what I'm saying? Like they keep that. So my question is, how many gay people are actually offended by that? DaBaby said though, or is it just like that? Like the advocates for it, that's really, you know what I'm saying? That's really pushing. Cause he was like, gay people come up to him and he say offensive shit and they laugh. They be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that was funny. And he was saying shit against gay people, but they think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Cause they don't care about it because they know it's, you know what I'm saying, it's comedy. So my thing is, I wonder how many gay people are actually offended versus people that's just advocating for that, you know what I'm saying, for that group.
I you know what? I live in the comments on the internet. I love to read comments, you know, and some of them, because, you know, I like to read the comments on Instagram. Some of them are, did feel offended, you know. Some of them was like, I'm so hurt, you know, he was my favorite or whatever, you know. And it's kind of like, at the end of the day, one thing I think this internet age has showed us is no matter what you do, somebody's going to be offended by it. Right. Period. I don't care what you do or you say. You can say, I love Chick-fil-A. Somebody going to be like, oh man, you shaming Zaxby's. You know what I'm saying? You like, come on, man. You know what I mean? No matter like
gay people, but gay people are the main people out there that talk about anybody in a minute. See her stomach, girl. She is ugly. But then you be like, you gay. You done lost your job. They discriminate. You like, yeah, I'm proud of this motherfucker.
They outside picking at this shit.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Whoever is in power, you know what I mean? I mean, if you speak against that person who's in power, you know, it is what it is. They're gonna use their power on you. That's how it's gonna go. They're not gonna be like, oh, you talking shit about me and I'm offended. I'm gonna let you keep eating. Nah.
I'm calling big buster, nigga. You gonna get yours. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I don't hear that shit at all, dog.
Oh man.
But, I mean, but like I said, exactly what you said, Larry. It's about if you offend the people that's in power, they're gonna use their power against you. And that's the gay people, the LGBTQ community, they got the power, man. And you know, going back to what Jordan was saying, I honestly think to answer your question, George, I think that it's bigger than just the normal people. I think it's about the group and the community, the people who are in control in the hierarchy of the LGBTQ community. Those are the people that were fake outrage. Because to me, to be honest with you, I didn't really see what he did offensive. If you could listen to what DaBaby said and call that offensive, it may have been ignorant. But if you can sit there and call what he said offensive, you got to be on the same page with Lil Nas X's video. That video could be offensive to people. Men walking around in jail.
Watching that shit.
Yeah, with the penises out and flaunting it around. Why can't that be offensive to me?
Like, how do they get a pass?
Yeah, why can't that be offensive to me? Why can't that be offensive to people that were in prison? Yeah. Why can't that be, why can't that be disrespectful to the prison system, period? Yeah. Like, why aren't they speaking up on the Lil Nas X video? Why is everybody ganging up on DaBaby? That's why I say, man, I think it's just unfair. I think they bully who they want to bully. But to me, I mean, I never seen a Lil Nas X video, but it was bullshit, man. You know, why can't people be offended by that?
True.
I think you got the right to be offended. That's what America is about, really. It's
but he's saying we don't have the straight people don't have a right to be offended no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like they community. Yeah,
when we speak against something like that.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Right. Like when a group has been oppressed, you know what I'm saying? And I'll take us black people. I'll use us for example. But when a group has been oppressed, you know, once they get to a certain level, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, then especially with them, they've been oppressed. Back in the day, they couldn't come out and say they was gay. We listened to look at George. I see you over there. We listened to what's his name? Got doggone Luther Vandross. You know what I'm saying? But
Big Luther or Little Luther? Which one? Big Luther?
Both of them, damn it.
Okay.
But Luther Vandross had to stay he decided to stay in the closet. I'll say that. You know what I mean? And I always thought that, he probably is like that. And then I think what John Sally said that recently, that he was, you know what I mean? Or whatever case is, you know. So a lot of them
he came out the closet.
A lot of them people, they was what do you call it? Oppressed, I guess, for whatever it is, and they made it into power. And once they made it into power, they was like, oh, you saying something about me? I got you. I got you.
But the more is, how many of our straight artists are gonna deal with this gay put down? Because I heard Drake went to something similar to the same thing, where he like, no, they booed him off stage or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't heard that.
I heard something like Drake was like kind of booed off stage or something like that because he did something against a gay crowd, and the gay crowd got kind of like, no.
Yeah, you know I heard that too. That was was a few years back.
And that's sad, man. It's sad. We're like, yo, I can't. I mean, I had the conversation. I drive a truck, man. And nigga told me one time, something. You know what I'm saying? The dude just straight told me he was gay. I said, oh, okay. I ain't like it bothered me nothing. I was like, oh, okay, all right. He's like, yeah. Are you gay? I said, nah, not me. No. He's like, how you know you never tried it? I said, look, man, I ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
so
you know, do that shit.
Well, yeah, he tried it. Oh, he tried.
Fucking try. You know what I'm
He
saying?
tried it.
Shit you just try. I ain't know you never tried it. No, nigga, that's not the shit you just do, man. What the fuck wrong with these people around here? But
Right.
it's the way it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's people have something against just gay people or gay artists or gay musicians, because like Larry was saying, Luther Vandross is a great artist. He still is great. I'll still listen to Luther Vandross. You know, Frank Ocean is a great artist. I still listen to Frank Ocean, even though he's gay.
Yeah.
You know, Tyler the Creator. They say he got the best, one of the best rap albums of the year. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Tyler the Creator, but I think he's a talented musician, and I'm not going to stop listening to him necessarily because he's gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that Lil Nas X, to me, I think he overdoes it. He's over flamboyant, and I think he just does things to get attention, and nobody really calls him out over it. Like everything he does, no matter how, you know, offensive it may be or how negative it may be, he's being praised for it. You know what I'm saying? Twerking on the devil. Why wasn't his promotion and marketing halted for doing shit like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why is he being praised for that? I'm pretty sure it's people that was offended by that.
I know the devil's offended by it.
He could say the devil offended.
The devil was offended.
Hey, the devil like, hold on, wait, I ain't gay, nigga.
Exactly, man. That's why I say
Shaitan like, yo, bro,
yeah, they get too much of a pass. And to me, Lil Nas X music is trash, and it's always been trash. So I don't give a fuck about if you're gay or not. Do you have good music? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck all that, and you don't.
Yeah, to back off what Ali was saying, the BET Awards. Now, I ain't watched the BET Awards, but I did hear that controversy of them. He kissed the dude. That's being broadcast to millions of people, especially kids that watch that.
Who you talking about?
Oh, shit. I ain't know that. But that's crazy.
Everything that killed the
dude. Nas. Little Nas.
Little Nas killed somebody?
No. Kiss on the BET Awards.
Okay, I'm about to say, shit, he look like a killer. He look like he...
No. On the BET Awards, they was performing. And I heard he kissed. Nah, I don't know. Because he from Atlanta, though, ain't he? Ain't he from Atlanta?
Yeah, I think he from Austin.
Okay.
He from Austin.
He want to talk about that. Yeah, I think so.
Hey, listen. It ain't no secret how Atlanta is. You know what I'm saying? We got a huge population. You know, I ain't got no problem with no gay person. You do what you do. I got family that's gay. I love them the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anybody else.
My family the same too. You're right. They not family. It is what it is.
No, I love. I don't care. That's your business. You understand what I'm saying? What you got going on in your bedroom, that's your business. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the day, you know, as far as the cancel culture, you know, we are seeing people getting canceled over stuff, you know, which I hate that we even got a cancel culture. Like, there's certain things I hate that they took, like being woke. Yeah. They took that, made that shit some negative shit instead of just being like, you being aware. You know what I mean? Anybody can be woke, but they took that shit and made it political. Cancel culture made it political. The gay stuff is being made political. Everything's being made political to the point where, if you this, hey, we're gonna come at you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, on that. And so, but that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Pride.
Hey, I got a question, man. So what's up with Conway, man? Listen, look. Well, nigga, look, hold on.
No,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. It's three things that made me ask that question. The skirt. The second thing is he was partying with Diddy that same weekend, and then somebody put under there was like, basically, what the fuck you doing? What type of Lil Nas X shit is this? And then he replied and said, Lil Con X.
I didn't hear that.
Yes. It ain't the screenshots is online. He put Lil Con X and the reply to that. Somebody said, what type of Lil Nas X shit is this? He put Lil Con X.
Okay. Now I could say he could be back trolling.
He definitely is, but come on. He's gangster rap. Like it ain't no room for that.
It's a whole new era. It's a whole new era, man. It's a whole new era where.
But see, the thing is, the reason we love Conway is because we felt like he was representing a certain era during this time.
Fact.
And
I
then
don't know, yo.
and another response that he said behind that is he basically was saying that his check went up. Like he was basically saying, I'm getting a bag from this. And he said, you're gonna see him in a whole lot of more Alexander McQueen shit. So he done fell into that trap of playing the gay shit for bread.
Man,
You think he's gonna start wearing more skirts though?
I don't know. That's enough right there one time.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you know, maybe he.
Oh man,
I don't know. Me personally, I don't think he's gay. I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I don't think that, you know, he's gay. And as far as like the Lil Con X comment, I mean, I think that was just a clever kickback to what whoever commented, commenting on him or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, do I think it's definitely questionable? And was it a skirt, a dress, or whatever? Hell yeah, it was.
Yes, it's a skirt.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it ain't my style.
And Larry, you saying that African brothers wear that? African brothers don't wear that. They don't wear that.
It ain't exactly that, but they, you know, certain people, they wrap themselves up. And hey, you know, Ross, he know what I'm talking about.
Hold on. Wait.
So we dealt with a lot of African people, so you know they wrap themselves up with their little whatever that is when they chilling in the crib.
I hear what you're saying. But this was like, see, that'd be a whole.
What he had on, bro.
Yeah, you talking about the culture?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole one.
Yeah, that's the culture.
Bro, look how big this is. This is a lungi, bro. This shit is big as hell. You gotta tie
this
shit.
From the top.
And this shit is long. What he had on was a skirt, bro. What the Africans wear is different than that.
So you arguing over a dress versus a skirt?
Nah. What he had on was a skirt. It was tight and it was sheer. You can see through this shit. What the Africans wear, the shit is real thin and the shit is big as hell. Yeah. Like this shit, if I put this shit over me, this shit is gonna be like this wide.
Right.
Like you gotta tie it. And the whole, you know what I'm saying? The whole purpose is you walk around the house just as it's comfortable. Yeah. But this nigga wearing this shit out, it's designer. It's no, Africans ain't wearing no Gucci shit that's fitting their goddamn figure. This shit is big as hell, and the shit is loose as hell. It's real loose.
Had on a skirt, like he was switching when he walked. Like, like you know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to look like that. You ain't supposed to see him switching.
Real quick. I gotta log off, y'all. It's been good.
Go too.
It's been nice.
Yeah,
man. It's been good. It's been nice. Hey, we gotta do this again real soon, man. But y'all keep it up, man. We'll talk a little later. All right.
Okay.
Hey,
all right, yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All
right. Peace and love.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I hear what George is saying, yo. Hard. A lot of the Arab Africans, like I know from Arab back in Colombia, they wear the whole thing around them, like how George was explaining. But these people they just wearing a little skirt and they tight. Like,
I think the clothing, man, is very relative, basically, to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because certain shit that we wouldn't wear, like certain things that they wear now, obviously. You know, back in our time, we'd be looking at you crazy. You come to school like that. You feel me? But it's like, it's clothing, man. There's clothing and then there's the act of
the school ain't let you in the school, man. You be in the principal's office if you came to school like that. In our time.
Yeah.
You home.
Real.
You probably would too. You probably ain't lying.
You go home. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, today they probably gotta allow it today. But you know, in that time, you probably right. They would be like, nah. Hey, now they be giving dudes a little test. Like, we gotta put your arms down to the side and see if your skirt too short. You know what I'm saying? They got dudes taking that test.
They give dudes a test now.
Everybody
gotta go home.
Everybody gotta take the test now. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. One thing I want to touch on real quick, and we can head on out of here, man, is basically I was telling y'all earlier how I've been noticing a lot of businesses been closing early, they've been shutting down, and it looks like we heading toward automation and robots, in my opinion, you know, to run industries, man. Dude, what y'all think about that, man? Y'all got any thoughts on that?
It's happening. It's definitely happening, man. It's definitely happening. Right now, they got the damn machine that come drop the fries for you. You know what I'm saying? They got a machine that go wait on table, bring your food to the table. So, I mean, people saying you're looking for jobs and shit, but like, yo, they got a machine now. They don't need it. You don't need you. You know what I'm saying? That one set price, a little bit of oil every now and then is all it takes. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I never did. But the human race is kind of like dying out. If you ain't got the technology skills to to learn technology or be a part of the technology, you're gonna die out.
Yeah, but I mean, this ain't it. To be honest with you though, I don't think it's nothing. I mean, my history may be off. I think it was the Industrial Revolution. I mean, the same thing happened way back then where, what certain things that you needed people for, then, what I'm saying, once they start creating other things, what I'm saying, that was automated, you didn't need the people. So I mean, it's nothing different. It's nothing different than then. I mean, a lot of people lost their jobs, but it just happens, what I'm saying? As technology advances.
What you think being in that industry actually, brother C, like what do you think about like the 3D printed houses? Are you like aware of those? The 3D printed houses?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I'm not real big on. I mean, I'm as far as my knowledge on it, I've seen it, but I haven't, delved into it too much.
Yeah, because they got houses now they can build in like 3 days, and they only need like 3 people to do it.
Yeah. I mean, they've introduced robots like even in the construction, even welding. They got that was years ago. They got actual like welding stuff. They got robots that pick the part up, that are welded and everything. Like you don't need a welder. Like it's just what it is, man. It's just part of.
Yeah, to a certain extent, like you said, the revolution happened, the assembly line came about. Yeah, a lot of people lose jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Now with I ain't gonna say where I work at because whatever, they might strike it, so I won't say their names. But I did just get heads up that bam, this might be X'd out because they bring their machines to do this part. And I'm like, wow, word. They like, yeah, so. Good that you got skills and other levels that they might still need you, but yeah, they about to wipe out this whole department.
Right.
So definitely it's coming back around. And just the thing about it is the technology is getting more better that it might be more long lasting. You know what I'm saying? Before it was just a robotic arm or robotic this and that. Now they got a nigga that looks just like you. Walk up in that mug, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
doing a robot too, huh?
So
nigga got a different outfit on every day.
Question. They got the female robots too?
They been had them. Niggas was fucking them. They already
all you gotta do is put a wig on it. But
okay.
You feel me?
All right.
The only thing is the difference is now they don't have to take lunch breaks. They don't necessarily get tired or get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So if they can,
real shit.
They ain't gotta get them no medical. You know what I'm saying? No days off.
Break,
no nothing.
Now hold on, wait.
This 24/7.
According to Larry's one of his previous conspiracies, that I guess that artificial intelligence. So they gonna actually start. You clarify this for me, Larry. You ain't say this, but I'm just using that logic. They're gonna start getting intelligence, and then they're gonna realize you was giving the humans breaks, so why you can't give us breaks now?
Yeah, that's called the singularity. For y'all, they want to go look that up. Y'all want to get deeper to that?
I don't know that.
When they come awareness, that's
awareness.
That's when they become aware. We in trouble. We motherfucking in trouble because they gonna be like, they won't write. Just like the LGBTQ got right. The robots gonna want they damn rights too.
I'm sorry. When it comes to that point, we're gonna be begging for rights from them. Come on, man, please.
They just go.
Come on, man. Rights. Why you discriminating against us? Get your ass out of here, like, human.
Man, real talk. Shit. And real talk, man. So if they do perfect that, now it might be a long lasting thing on working. You know what I'm saying? Where we're gonna have to create jobs that a robot can never do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never have feelings. So like psychiatrists, they probably never lose their job. You know what I'm saying?
But see, Larry think they're gonna be able to get to that point.
The thing about it is
But then we got Siri though.
When you get
I don't mean to cut the wisdom, but Siri is out. Niggas is talking to Siri for real. Like
when you get the AI, right? Yeah. This is the thing. We're gonna go real deep with this, right? When we get the AI and we get the neuroscience. And we get to certain levels of stuff. We get certain levels of understanding when they can analyze your brain. Maybe they can know what chemical in your brain makes you think this, what chemical in your brain makes you think that. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it,
a Will Smith movie.
Oh yeah, we living it, nigga. We living in a movie right now. Shit, it's already going on. Goddamn shit.
Artificial intelligence.
But okay, so when you look at it, a computer can actually get to know you better than you know yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because once you
Yeah,
start
because it learn your
analyzing
habits. It
your
learn your habits.
activity that you ain't even know you was doing, hey, that
Mhm.
computer might be like, hey, Larry jacks off every Tuesday on
Mhm.
the second week
At 4 o'clock. At
yeah,
4 o'clock
of
p.m.
the
nigga.
month. Maybe he's
You feel me?
sad. You know what I'm saying? Because his girl left him back in 2007. You know what I'm saying? They gonna analyze
Right.
all your shit. You feel me? Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Robot get
Okay.
mad. Goddamn, be jacking a dick for you in the street. That shit, singing this shit. Well, we ain't got no feelings. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, I'm scared.
No
I'm
hard
scared.
feelings.
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I
So
know, man.
Put that shit down to the white meat. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
I don't see that happening, man. I don't see it happening.
I
man.
mean, you can not see it happening, but it's already in play. They already using AI. You understand what I'm saying? You
Yes,
already
they are.
you already see it on your phone. If you go to Google and you try to type some shit or like an email, it's gonna kind of finish that shit for you. And sometimes it's gonna use words that you already have been using, you know, because it's
Right.
just collecting data, man. It's collecting data, and
Definitely.
this ain't no.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just already doing it. It's just about how quick it's gonna happen, you know, at what point. And then let's say a computer does get conscious, right? Which it is eventually, but let's say it gets conscious. It's not like us, you know. We in our body, and we can't transfer ourselves nowhere else. You understand what I'm saying? But a computer can exist anywhere that the hard drive is, that or wherever server that its stuff is. It can exist in like 50 different places at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember
It
the
never
movie
does.
Lawnmower Man? You giving me chills. Remember Lawnmower Man? I don't know.
Yep.
I just told y'all my age. Like you gotta go
Yeah.
back to that and watch
Yeah.
Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
Man,
So
this is ill.
it get deep. It's a lot of stuff that we couldn't understand 100 years ago. And guess what? We never thought was going to come about. And because I'm going to put it this way, right? If you look at a lot of movies that came back in the day, right? That was about the future. One thing they didn't actually predict was the damn cell phone. Like, and how it would actually affect everybody. Because when you look at it, everybody has a cell phone. Now, they used to have little screens and stuff where people talk to other people or whatever, but they didn't put it in a cell phone form on the movies. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and if you look now, everybody got a cell phone. So it's certain things that about the future that we don't expect that's going to happen, and certain things we do expect that's going to happen. Because
but there's certain things we don't even know about ourselves that, I mean, so to try to project it and say, like you talk conscious, I mean, consciousness is, I mean, we know it exists, but that's something we don't even know about, like where does it come from, things like that, or
right.
we don't even know. I mean, something simple as where is conscious? I mean, or you know, or what is the cognitive organ? You know, is it the brain? You know, or how can it be the brain if you develop a heartbeat before your central nervous system? So where do you really think from? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things we don't know that are kind of theories. So to try to say like a robot is going to develop this, we don't even know about it. Like, we don't, like the soul, for instance, like the soul, like I mean, these are philosophical things that, so to say, oh, the robot is going to have conscious, they're going to get a soul. Like, these are things we don't, you know, it sounds good, but it's like, I mean,
well, the thing is, you're trying to compare robot consciousness to your consciousness. But like we just said, a robot's consciousness, it just is it being aware, just like we had that feeling, I'm alive. You know, it's going to be like, I can think for myself. I can calculate shit for myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you something. Like, I talked to some programmers before. A lot of coding is done by artificial intelligence now. You understand what I'm saying? So they're going to be coding shit we can't even figure out. We don't even know how they did that. You know what I mean? So at any given point, if it gets to a point where it's like, damn, I exist. That's all I got to realize is it exists. Then it starts making decisions on its own, you know, at some point in time, which I'm sure somebody's working on in this world. You know what I mean? Some people probably working on it and they trying to keep it on caps, keeping it under the wraps, and they like trying to put safeguards in there. But some people probably working on it and they ain't putting no safeguards in there. They like, let me see what this can do if it just thinks on its own, and they realize it can think. You know what I'm saying? And then when it come from there, like boom, now you start going to the next level. Because I feel like it's a lot of stuff that's undiscovered that we ain't, I don't feel like I know. It's a lot of stuff that's undiscovered. Just like, you know, you was talking about portals and stuff like that. Like, I believe that we're gonna get to the point where we figure out some of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like for real, you know, like we actually utilize it because theoretically some of it does exist, you know, in theory, you know, which means we don't know if it exists or not, but we think it do, right? And then when we go on the UFO thing, which I ain't really get deep into that, but of course UFOs are being acknowledged, which they call them UAPs now, right? So when you see the videos, these things, some of them kind of like disappearing into something. So where are you disappearing into? Are you disappearing into a portal? You feel me? Are you going, you know what I mean? Where are you going with it type stuff? So it's a lot of like undiscovered stuff out there that, like you was talking about, where's the soul at and all that, you know, that could possibly get figured out. Where does that reside in you? Now, I think everything is in our DNA, passed down, you know, from that seed, you know, and when I look at God or the creator, I feel like, hey, he the ultimate scientist. He set us up to be automated, you know, where we just keep it going. You know, that seed, it don't need nobody to come along. It just need the right situations to grow. And you look at us.
It's funny you brought that up. I just read a study where they saw the seed of a woman picks the seed of the man. It rejects every other seed. So at first we thought the seed just swims to the egg and whichever get there first and but that's not even the case. They saying that the woman egg is repelling everything and it chooses which one it wants and then it takes it. So it's actually the choice of the egg. And I was like, damn, I never heard that. It repels. So it's almost like a magnet. You got two negatives gonna repel. Right. And then that one positive one going, and then that's the one that's gonna choose. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it. That's how it went down because they never explained it like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but yeah, man, the mysteries of the universe, man, we probably never really know, you know what I'm saying, until you get there. And then when you get there, you can't go back and go tell nobody because, you know what I'm saying? We all been here before, but we don't remember our past life. You know what I'm saying? So how can you come back and go tell somebody what you remember because you will never remember it if it's reincarnation? Right. I'm not saying it is reincarnation. I'm just saying for the people that do believe in reincarnation. Me, I do believe in maybe like you said, the DNA, because I can look at my niece and see my auntie that passed away. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn, is that a reincarnation? Because she embodied her. Matter of fact, got the same mannerisms and they look alike. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or is that just the DNA that, you know, it's just in your family? So somebody gonna look like somebody gonna act like somebody, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. And you might see it in a whole different culture. Like I remember Tupac died and they found a Tupac in Cuba. Like this nigga looked dead like, but he was a soccer player. This nigga a soccer player though, you know what I'm saying? He ain't rap, but this nigga looked dead like Tupac. He even got the bald head and everything. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, the mysteries of the world is gonna be a lot. Oh, damn. Then I'm gonna get cut off. Oh, okay, my battery about to die. I gotta go get a charge.
Well, we
man.
Yeah, I said we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up then. I enjoyed this, man, for real.
Man, we ain't even get to touch on the 5 subjects we wanted to touch on because that Dipset Verzuz.
Yeah.
You feel me? That
it's all love. It's all love.
Conversation, man.
Still a good one though. Still a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully we got some time in the future, inshallah. You know, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hit my line.
All right, man. So another great episode, Melanated Podcast. Appreciate everybody for coming. Appreciate y'all time, and then we just
yes, sir.
Appreciate the viewers for taking your time out to watch us, man. We appreciate that too. So
no doubt.
Definitely have
hit that like button, subscribe,
all that, and we out. We out.
Good with y'all, man. See y'all next time.